صلاة وتسليما للقائم بالحبيب المصطفى النبي المجتبى صلوات ربي وسلامه عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وتابعيه وتابعيه إلى يوم الدين. Praise be to Almighty God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything He has bestowed on all of us, and I bear witness that there is no God but only one worthy worship, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the prophet and the messenger and the seal of all prophets and messengers before him. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
It's really an honor to be with you again today, and it's my honor to be in my dear brother Joko's house today. Though I came by myself, my wife, Sister Asma, couldn't make it. She's with our son Muhammad. He's not feeling well, but once she decided to stay with him, she made his day. So she's babysitting for him.
Okay, he's still a baby now.
To you today, inshallah. It was also the honor for me to have Salat al-Asr with you. But it was so wonderful to look around and see where I'm going to have Salat al-Asr, and I look at Amr and Zaki, and I found a little room in between both of them. And I said, I'm going to bother both of them, and I'm going to put myself in between, and I have the honor to be between both of them. Salat al-Asr, maybe this is the first time they have seen me on a line with them. They've seen me, the Imam, the scholar, in front of everyone, but this time was between both of them, Zaki and Amr. It was really, really an honor to pray beside both of you, inshallah. For all the kids, we love all of them, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of them and make them our comfort of our eyes, inshallah, and grant them the greatest and the brightest future, inshallah. Keep in mind, kids, we do our best in order to have you very successful and dedicated to Islam, to deen, to religion, inshallah. For parents, jazakumullah khairan, and for coming, and without mentioning names, I'm so delighted to see some of our brothers and sisters whom I haven't seen for some of them for maybe a couple of years, 3 years. This is the way I count it, even if it was only 1 month. A long time. I did not choose the topic. As a matter of fact, Brother Yudi, Brother Joko, said, how about the heart? I said, maybe, this would be a wonderful topic. Since we have been discussing this topic in our Friday congregation for almost now 5 weeks, and we'll continue more and more. Reason being, or reasons, I would say, why choose the heart to be the topic for our mention, and why they choose the heart to be the topic of today. Maybe we're not paying enough attention to how important the heart is for us. Maybe we remember, or some of us remember, only when we call someone who's really dear to us, hello sweetheart, or Valentine's Day. You see many of them all over. But I would be wondering, what was the last time any one of us, you don't have to answer, you have to answer it yourself. Ask yourself, how's my heart? Maybe medically speaking, alhamdulillah, all of you accept me. Very young. Okay? Medically speaking, heart issues, no, I don't have to. I don't have, high blood pressure. I'm not exercise, watching my diet, and I'm doing fine, okay. Till something happened, maybe to one of our relatives or someone who's very close. I said, oh, now there is an issue with the heart. There is a medical problem we have to deal with. So it reminds us, oh, there is an issue here. What I am saying when I asked that question, when was the last time, I asked myself, how's my heart? Spiritually speaking. If we hadn't asked this question, I believe that it is now the prime time to ask this question. But when I'm asking that question, how's my heart? What I'm thinking is what? How important that issue it is for us. How serious it is. Maybe if I ask all of you what is the most important organ of your body, who might differ? Someone will say, the brain. Because, the biggest sign of death is the brain stem. And how the brain is in control of a lot of things. Medically speaking, maybe that's the right answer. But religiously, Islamically, spiritually, it is the heart. Why? It does have a lot of teachings in Islam, especially in one of the hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If that heart is sound and good, all organs and the whole body are sound and good. Because otherwise, the result would be totally different. And some people might think or ask, why that so? If it is sound good, everything could be good. If it is not, everything could be bad. There is again and again part of the teaching of Islam where it is the storage of our Iman. We claim that we're faithful, we believe in Islam, believe in the teaching of Islam, Quran, Sunnah, and so on and so forth. That belief would be translated to that faith and it would be established firmly in the heart. Al-Iman hadith. ما وقر في القلب وصدقه العمل. Faith, that belief, that has been established firmly in our heart and has been translated in action in our life. So everything would be coming from the heart. The heart would direct me, if it's full of good things, of the teaching, knowledge of Islam and so on and so forth, it would really direct me what I do and so on and so forth. That's why how serious it is when we talk about the heart. How's my heart? What is in it? What is in there? As if it is a container, and would like to see what is in that container. In my computer, I do have many files. That file has what? Or that file has what? That organ inside me, what does it have? Love, caring, sharing, mercy, forgiveness, tolerance, or otherwise? Does it have hatred, envy, never like anyone around me? Or I like some, but some other one I don't like. I'm not that patient at all. That tolerance I don't have for anyone. Or maybe once in a while I do. So if we have those negative things there, what I'm expecting in my behavior, in my relationship with God. If it is mercy there, all of my action would be directed toward that mercy, toward everyone in my life. If it is otherwise, with that hard, harsh, hearted things, it would be this way. So no wonder when I do something, I say, why did I do that? Check your heart. why it is very, very serious matter in our life. We don't like to have that heart contaminated with any bad things. We do not want to have this heart to have some disease and illness. More serious than that, we never like for our heart to be dead. And a lot of people would say, is my heart dead? For some people it is. Though they are alive. But spiritually, it is totally dead. How? There is a wonderful piece of teaching from one of the followers of Prophet Muhammad, not of the Sahaba, but you know, different. Sahaba, those who lived the time of Prophet Muhammad. Anyone who did not live the time of his, called them the followers. And it would be generation after generation. That one is known in the teaching of Islam by the name of Ibrahim ibn Adham. When he was asked the other day, you know, how come when we make a supplication to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when we ask him for something, whatever that thing is, he never answers us. Whatever that thing is we're asking for, health, wealth, success, prosperity, you know, being promoted, never have it. And we keep wondering why that person, maybe he asked for it, but he got it or she got it. What is the difference? Though we understand that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, "Id'uni astajib lakum." Call me, I will answer you. And Ya Allah, we do. He never answers. And I'm waiting for a week, no answer. A month, no answer. A year, no answer. Couple of years, no answer. What is going on? What's happening? Ibrahim ibn Adham gave the answer. He said, لَأَنَّ قُلُوبَكُمْ مَيِّدَةٌ. Your hearts are dead. Dead. That's his answer. And of course, you know, for those who are learning from him, I say, would you give us the signs or the symptoms of the death of our heart? And he did. He gave it in 8 symptoms in order for us to know that whether our hearts are dead or not. One thing he said, you know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala really well, but you never fulfill his teachings. What are the teachings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Not necessarily all of them, but maybe part of it. Maybe a little tiny of it. Yet, we do not follow this. Okay, 1. 2. You claim that you love Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and you follow his teaching. I never do. 3. You have read the Quran. You have recited the Quran. But you never follow the teaching of the Quran. It's Allah, Rasulullah, the Quran. And you claim that we're afraid of death. But you never prepare yourself when you die. Meaning, I know I will die somehow. But did I do my best in order when I leave this world, I have already invested in my account with Allah. So when I meet him later, I'll say, here is what I have done. Please help me to enter paradise. We're not preparing ourselves for this. And of course, related to this, we love to be in paradise. But we never did the process in order to earn it. Like when we're saying, oh, I'm glad planning to have my high school diploma. I have to earn it. Where's the kid? I have to study so hard for it. College degree. I have to study so hard for the college degree in order to have my BA or BS, or master's degree, or PhD or diploma. I have to work for it in order to get it. Have you worked for Jannah in order to be there? That's a question we have to answer. And also we learned that this is a very serious issue too, related to Jannah. We say, we're afraid of the hellfire. We do not want to be there. None of us would like to end his life and her life later in the hereafter, instead of going to Jannah, or go to Nar, the hellfire. What did we do in order to avoid this, not to have it to me? And we know that from the teaching of Islam, there is that shaitan. And he loves to lead us in everything we do in life. For him to be the master and for us to be slaves. Whatever he tells us to do, sometimes you follow, sometimes you don't. But he is there. How can we fight him back saying that no matter what, we're not going to follow you? And the last thing, when we manage to take care of a lot of business in our life, we never focus upon ourselves, saying that what wrong I have done in order to correct it or to do the right thing. But instead, you always point fingers to people around you and say, did he do? What did she do? Is he good? Is she good? We don't mind our business, but we stick our noses in people's business. And out of this, we claim that I'm the best. I never do anything wrong, but we do that. So I'm shifting that focus from myself to people around me. Doing all of these things, Ibrahim ibn Adham said at the end of what he has explained to us, you made Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala very displeased with you. I'm happy with you. That's why when we ask him for something, he never answers. Why? Because you were the cause of the death of your heart. Because of all of these. Once they have these, the worst is to have a dead heart. But the Quran and the teaching of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us some other things about what kind of heart I do have. Not necessarily to have a dead heart, but sometimes I would have qalbun ghafil, meaning I don't care about what is going on. I'm in a very deep sleep in whatever happening in my life. I don't care that much. Whatever happened. Or qalbun jahil, totally ignorant about what should be done. I don't learn anything about Islam. I just live my life. Earn my high school diploma, have my BA and BS, have master's degree, have PhD degree, be indulged, in education, knowledge, and so on and so on. I'm great. I score the best. But when it comes to the knowledge of Quran, I don't have my word. Maybe, I can learn something. How ignorant I am in terms of the knowledge and the teaching of Islam. القلب المريض just have some disease of many kinds. If it is one, but how about if it's two or three and they are combined? Like in my health, when I do have diabetes, I can't have it. But how about if diabetes and high blood pressure? Worse. How about if diabetes, high blood pressure,
And cholesterol.
and high cholesterol? Oh. How about if I add, and all of them, or maybe two of them would lead to heart problems. It's getting more serious, and so on and so forth. It is first, we have to pay enough attention to that diagnostic approach, like what we do with our health. When I have an issue, medical-wise, health-wise, I go to the specialist and say, tell me what is going on. If it is this issue, I have to deal with this issue. If it is this, what are the medications after you have that diagnostic approach for me to tell you? The diagnosis is there now, and I have to just find out there. The other kind of hearts, it could be al-qalb al-sadr. That heart has been already rusted. Have you ever seen a rusty car? How it looks?
Brown.
Allah Sister Jay, when you talk about the rusty hearts, you maybe multiply what we have seen by 1 million. Rusty. It is really rusty. Inshallah, when you grow up and you reach the age of, what is it? I forgot.
60.
60. Would you like to drive a rusty car? Zaki? Yani Dad Yoko and Mom Diana say, oh, Zaki can afford it. You can live with this rusty car for a while. Can you?
Yes.
They can't afford. But you don't like it. Maybe you can take it and. But who among us like to have a rusty car? Who? Anyone? I'm afraid you'll change your mind. Once you reach that age, you would put a lot of condition on mom and dad. That rusting, you would put a condition on the model, on the year, even the price, how it looks, sports car or what, and so on and so forth. But you never like. Otherwise, your classmates and people around you, Zaki, are you driving a rusty car? But how about if it is a rusty heart? How come I accept to live my life with a rusty heart while I don't like any rusty stuff in my life? Even a little chain or a key or a device, and I see it a little rusty. I don't like it. Some Muslims are living with rusty hearts. I have to find out what kind of hearts I do have and what symptoms they. The only one who can tell is you. Maybe some people around me can say, look at his communication, how he treats us, how he relates to us, how she, respond to what you're saying. And sometimes you'll find, some people, I'm not sure whether it's in your language back home, but we have it back home, and some people say, wallahi, has a black heart. You have that concept? Or did heart?
We did hard, yeah.
Did heart, but not black.
Yeah. No,
It's
not
really
like
common.
that.
Can you deal with someone and say, or rusty, black, rusty, or dead. Depending on the situation, the way how you relate to that person, and so on and so forth. Or that heart without mercy. cold blood. I can find out what kind of heart with me, and also from people around me, how they treat me, how they relate to me. What is the way out? What is the treatment? First, I have to find out what kind of heart I do have. Second, look at the symptoms. Look at any one of those there. And then I would look at the treatment, the cure, the medication. And it is there. As I mentioned, Brother Joko and Muhammad Amir, remember when I said it several times in our Friday congregation, even Friday halaqah. And that clinic Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has provided for us, teaches us the diagnosis. You don't have to go to any specialist to do it. It is there. I can find it. Just read about it. Find out. It's a free clinic. You don't have to have a medical insurance for that treatment or diagnosis. It's open 24/7. You don't have to have any appointment with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like we do with our medical doctors or specialists. Sometimes they have to be in a waiting list, maybe for a couple of months or 3 months, in order to see, someone. I just share with my brothers in here the other day in this severe winter, whether I came out of my car and I fall and I hurted my bone field very badly. I was in a very, very severe pain in my area. Could I be seen? You can take ibuprofen, till you come and see, a doctor or specialist who can have X-ray or MRI. I'm in a severe pain. But I had to struggle with this till I was seen. It took them about 3 days. That was the first opening they had. With Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it does not even take 2-3 seconds. Say, Ya Allah, here I am, and I need to relate to you about something in my life. It's not that expensive. No restriction, no nothing. It is just that how serious you are and how sincere you are in order to find out the diagnosis of what is happening to your heart and the treatment. The treatment. It comes from what has been prescribed to us or described to us or told to us by Ibrahim ibn Adham. When we claim that we know Allah, or we never fail. The answer is how far you are, how close you are to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a very serious matter. I'm afraid that life with what it has, whatever it is, education, business, school, home, parenting, but how come am I away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? The more closer I am to Him, He'll tell me how am I conscious of Him. The least I would recognize Him, how much of things He has given to me. In our relationship as a human being, when you do me a favor, I appreciate it and say, thank you so much. I really appreciate what you have done. Thank you for the wonderful visit we have with you, providing us for a wonderful dinner, good time, wonderful relationship. It's me and you and my wife and your wife and my kids with your kids. I'm really thankful and grateful to you. Yet, it was just a supper or a dinner or a visit. It is a big deal, yes, in our relationship, but it is not that I don't keep inviting you for a whole month, every day. Like 30 days, you had 30 dinners with us, 30 lunches with us, 30, maybe once, But for him, what he gave me, without even asking him, did any one of us ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to provide him or her with a heart? Answer me, Allah.
No, you just give us.
Did you put a condition on him when about to be born and say, Ya Allah, here is my list for you. I need 2 eyes, 2 ears, a tongue, lung, liver, and you give me this. He didn't even ask for it. And he has given us all of these in a perfect condition. Perfect condition. When you think about it, man, how my lung is working. Man, this is not your business. We're taking care of it. Allah, how my brain is functioning. This is not your business. We're fixing it to you this way. It is not like a computer when I buy, or a printer, or a car, and it has to be explained to me. You do this, you follow that. No. Yet, when he has given me all of those ni'am, all of those bounties, I am not thankful and grateful to him. How I come close to him? Be aware of him, be conscious of him, and be thankful and grateful to him. And say, Ya Allah, thank you. Just saying it. But if you would like to translate that part of your Iman of saying it, you have given me those 2 eyes. For what? To see bad things with him or good things with him? To see haram things with him? Forbidden? Not permissible or permissible? To hear good things from people around, or always hear bad things, Tell me more about this brother or that sister. Or, no. This is not the way I should utilize those faculties you have given. This tongue you have given to me. To speak badly about people, to be indulged in backbiting, and you name it. If my dad has given me a bike, I'll bike. You do. Just imagine Amr and Zaki or any of the kids abuse that bike. Do you think dad and mom would be happy about it? Did you take care of it? Right? But if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving me this tongue, how come I abuse it? How come I use it in a way Allah never liked, and even people around me never like? When I come to you and I say, Brother Yudi, or I never like what I say to him if it is bad. So what would make me much closer to Allah? Remember His ni'am to me, His bounties to me, and be thankful and grateful to Him, and utilize them the way it should be. Now I recognize Him. It would make me